is she masculine? Because she's had to raise the kids alone. Not one woman,
so
brother.
You mean to tell me,
a whole community.
So you mean to tell me the only woman I could look forward in my life is a masculine woman that has kids by other men?
No.
That's what I have to look forward to?
But I'm telling you, black men are responsible for her being masculine because we have not helped her raise them children. She got masculine because she had to become masculine in order to deal with the rape, the abuse, the domestic violence, the disappointments that men had in her life, and also raising those kids and have to take care of herself all at the same time. The black woman has been the be-all, in-all in our community for half of a century, and now we want to turn around and say because she didn't do it perfectly enough or remain feminine enough when she had to absorb our responsibilities plus her own, that's insensitive and disingenuous.
Raise your hand if you're married. None of you are married. Raise your hand if you would like to be married to your baby's father. One. The rest of you who don't plan to get married, why don't you plan to get married? I'd like to know that.
You already have your child to think about, and then a whole family to care for. You know, it's a lot of responsibility. And then you don't want the commitments.
I wouldn't want no man holding me down because I think I can make it as a single parent.
But don't you think you might need help in raising that baby from a man?
Not really. I didn't have a father. My father wasn't in the home, so, you know, it really, male figures are not substantially important in the family.
Yo, when can we finally tell the truth? Umar Johnson is what you call, he's full of shit, put it that way. He's full of it. The dude said, literally, is black men fought while black women are masculine. And he mentioned that they left them to take care of the children by themselves and X, Y, and Z, and women ate that shit up. I remember I lost some friends behind this post. I was telling women Umar Johnson was full of it, and they cursed me out. What? How can you say that? X, Y, and Z. I'm like, are you hearing what this man is saying? It is a choice for you to be masculine. Just because a man left you, don't mean you have to be masculine. The women of the past, what did they do when they were single mothers? They remained feminine so they can attract a masculine man. So if you choose to be masculine, that's your choice. You don't have to be masculine. You can literally be feminine and get other masculine men. Think about it. When we talk about every other race, right? Asian woman, white woman, Hispanic woman. Most of those women, when they are single mothers, they remain single. And they remain not single, I'm bugging out. Most of those single women, they remain feminine to attract masculine men. That's why you have a lot of people men who came out to be stepfather roles because they like the feminine woman who need help and submissive still, not saying off rip, but they still remain feminine. Even back in the days with our black women, back in the days, our black mothers, a lot of them had kids and the father left them, right? Or they left the father, but that woman remains feminine and was getting masculine men to come take care of somebody else's legacy. This is a fact, right? But let's talk about Umar Johnson for a second. Didn't he leave his women to raise his children? Do y'all hear what I'm saying? This guy said black men are leaving black women. So women had to be forced to be masculine because they left the women to raise their kids by themselves. Now, I'm not in his life personally, and there's a high chance that he did the same thing. He left his black woman to raise children on their own because they're not living with him, right? I'm just saying. The thing is, too, black women back in the days, even forward, a lot of them are men don't do most of the breakup. it's the women who break up with the man most of the time, right? So stop acting like these women back in the days with the LBJ, the Great Society Act, when it wasn't leaving men for checks. They were leaving men for checks, thinking they would be better. Is documentaries right now, all online, showing that this was happening, and a lot of black women were saying, you know what, I could do better without a man. I raised like that because my mother was a single mother, X, Y, and Z, and she raised me good, right? It was happening the whole time back then. So now the women were realizing that, damn, it's kind of hard to raise a child by myself. Damn, it's hard. This government thing kind of tricked me. It's hard. Then they complain, ain't no man there, but you chose to check over a man. This is a fact. The question I have for Umar Johnson also is this. What about the other masculine women that don't even have children? Why are they masculine? No man left them with children, and they still masculine. Which goes back to the point that they're choosing to be masculine because they were brainwashed by other bitter women. And the thing that I don't like about Umar Johnson sometimes, what he does is he gives black women an excuse to not take accountability. Because most black men don't even have children. I think 54% of black men don't even have children. But most of the black women who have children, how is it the men's fault that they're picking bad? How is it the man's fault that they have to, for being masculine? They're what you call a grifter. This same dude right here, wasn't he a stepfather or, no, I won't say stepfather. Was he messing with a stripper with a child? Why did he ain't stay with that woman to help take care of her son and tell the other men to take care of these women's children, but he didn't do that for that stripper woman's son? Do you see the hypocrisy in that? Do you see the hypocrisy in that? Black women, I need you to understand, these people right here, these woke hotep niggas, I'm telling you, not all of them, but a lot of them are frauds. I'm telling you. My base thing I want to say is this. Umar Johnson is saying that women have to be masculine because the men left them, right? And he said because of the rape, the molestation, these things is what made a woman masculine. Umar Johnson, by statistics, it shows most women don't even experience rape or molestation. They say 1 out of every 5 women will experience rape. But when they mention that word, I'm gonna say grape. Experience grape. But in that 1 to 5, they included sexual assault, like other sexual things as a part of grape. Which we all know, sexual assault could be a guy flashing a woman or grabbing her butt and walking away. That's not actually grape. But they included all in that. What means that the real number of rape victims will be even lower than the 1 out of every 5. But then some says 1 out of every 4 women will experience grape or attempt grape, which is a combined stat to make it 25%. Let's just go with 25%. Nope, no, I ain't gonna do that. Nope. Let's go with 20% of women got raped. Let's just go with that number. Which is not true, but let's go with that number. That means 80% wasn't raped. Right? Explain to me that the women who are in an 80 percentile who wasn't raped, why are they masculine? Explain to me the women who don't have children while they're masculine. He just saying a bunch of BS, and it don't make sense. It don't make sense at all. Once again, little girls grow up to be masculine because of hard women. I understand some women are masculine because of their work environment. Right? It's competitive. So I understand why they had to be masculine in their work environment. I truly understand it. But when they come home, they usually be back submissive to their husband back in the day. Nowadays, they can't turn that switch off. They're stuck in masculine mode. They're stuck in that way. They're stuck in that way. Fine. But then don't complain why you can't get a masculine man if you're purposely choosing to be masculine. Because that's a choice. If a man leaves you by your own narrative, a man left me, a man left me, a man left me, although you see way more women say, I left that nigga. You give a nigga's babies with no commitment. He didn't put a ring on your finger, you give him a baby off rip. Once again, I see more women give niggas babies for weed and Casamigos over wedding rings. And then they keep having multiple babies by different niggas. And they're complaining about the same thing. I had to be masculine. No, that makes you a stupid woman. It makes you a stupid woman. Like the guy will be stupid also if he keep having a bunch of babies he can't take care of. That make him a stupid father. Or a stupid man. I keep it both ways across the board. What I'm saying is, at the end of the day, man, this choice that Umar Johnson is saying, he's giving women an out. He's giving them an out because he's erasing the accountability on their end. No baby get brought in this world without a woman consent, even if it's grape. Let me explain further. If a woman get grape and then get pregnant, she could still get the abortion. But if she choose not to and the baby come through here, it's because overwhelmingly majority of the time, it was her choice to bring the baby in the world, even if she's really said that I don't know about this baby. But when you go through with the actions and you push it out, it was your decision. Remember, my body, my choice. That also go back into play. But most babies aren't here because of grape situations. Most babies are here because of two people humped raw. It's just the overwhelming fact, right? So, women have the final say on life that comes through the womb and through the vagina into the real world. Women have that choice. So if you make that choice to have this thing, to have this baby, I appreciate you. But let's stop acting like you had to be masculine because the father left you. And we know women do most of the breakup in the first place. I mean, there's too many options. So this masculine thing that Umar Johnson is saying is a bunch of crap. A bunch of crap. Tell me where I was wrong at. Let's round it up. One last go. Umar Johnson, I'm going to drill into your head. He said black men are responsible for black women being masculine because they had to go through the rape, the molestation, and the deadbeat situations, right? That's what he said. But once again, by statistics shows most black women don't experience rape or molestation. By statistics shows. Why are they still masculine? the women who don't even have children are still masculine. Why are they still masculine? In that same episode, he was saying that it's men's jobs to help take care of somebody else's children. By that logic, where is your queen to take care of somebody else's children? Then he said black men are leaving black women to take care of the children. Didn't he leave his baby mothers with the children? Now, I ain't saying you're not an active father. I'm pretty sure you're probably an active father. Well, I don't know that for sure, but I'm thinking you're an active father. But mind you, you still left the woman with the children. And I don't even understand how no one is seeing this. The hypocrisy in this. I don't get it. He's grifting towards women. And women making his pockets fatter and fatter and fatter and fatter and fatter and fatter. This is the same guy who went on Joe Budden's podcast and told Ish that he was a snow bunny hopper and told him, he asked him, have you dated a black woman? He said, yes, I have. But he said he fell in love with a white woman now. And he was saying you should have kept on trying, another black woman, another black woman, another black woman, until you find the right one. You should have stuck with your black woman until you find the right one. And Ish was saying, I had a few, but I fell in love with this white girl. It's what Umar Johnson said. But meanwhile, he was trying to open up a school for the longest. And he kept saying he was asking black people, they wasn't really donating to him as the rate he needed them to do. And he started to get help from white people, and the school opened up. He also said he would try to have black electricians and black, what am I looking for? Basically black workers to help build the school from the inside out. Electricians and carpenters, shit like that. He tried to find for the school. But he had to go white and then got it done. So by his same logic, when he told that to Ish about he should have kept dating black woman after black woman after black woman until he found the right one, Umar Johnson, so why didn't you use that same logic to you? Keep going to black people, to black people, to black people, black business until you found the right one. Why did you turn white twice? You turned white to get the money for the school, and then you turn white to get the electrician work done inside your school. Why didn't you keep going to black businesses until you found the right black man to do it? Do y'all see the hypocrisy in Umar Johnson? Then he also said about Ish is that, once again, he's supposed to keep going back and forth until he find the right one. And he also told the guys on Daily Wrap Up crew, he even told them that it's black men's fault while black women have to pick from the Pookie and Ray Rays because they shouldn't even been in the selection in the first place. That's what he said. That literally makes no sense, Umar Johnson, because you can't ever erase bad from good. It's always going to exist. Once you have a bad, you're going to have a good, and vice versa. So Umar Johnson, you're always going to have a deadbeat in this world. You cannot erase that. You're always going to exist. It's like a hole is always going to exist. You can't erase these two things, right? You can't. That's like me. So right now, how about this? He give the woman an out, but he don't explain that the woman is still choosing the person that they're complaining about. For example, so why it can't be she could keep trying different dudes without having sex with them, just dating them, right? And found out, damn, He's a Pookie and a Ray Ray. You know what? No, I'm gonna keep dating. I'm gonna keep dating black until I find me a Russell Wilson, or I find me a good stand-up man. I'm gonna keep searching. I'm gonna keep searching until I find that person. She didn't have to keep the Pookie. She did not have to have the baby by a Pookie or a Ray Ray. She didn't. That's her choice. That's like me going fishing in the water. I said in the water. Let me go fishing at a creek somewhere, and I want fish. But then for some reason, I got a Timberland boot. Damn. If it was no Timberland boot in the water, I would never got the Timberland boot, so I guess I got to keep it. Throw that Timberland boot back in the water and go fish for more fish. I fish again. Boom. I got a damn seahorse. If it was no seahorse in this ocean, I would never got it, so I guess I got to take it home. I can never erase seahorses out the water. They live in the water with fish. They live there. So if I don't want the seahorse, I can throw it back in the water and go back and fish until I find an actual fish to feed my family. That's how that works with Pookie and Ray Rays also. You keep going to the pool till you find the right guy. Just because of Pookie and Ray Ray there don't mean you have to date them. Throw their asses back into the dating pool. Umar Johnson be giving the women an out. That's why one day I'm going to debate him on these topics, because things he say that I do agree with, but a lot of this stuff he said like this, whatever, it be bullshit. It be BS, to be perfectly honest, man. With that being said, man, Umar Johnson, stop blaming men for women having to be masculine. That was her own choice, because she could be feminine and just find a masculine man. That's it. Be feminine and find masculine men. That would solve everything. So you don't have to be masculine. Go find a masculine man so you can be feminine. The thing that I have went through in a dating pool of black women, most of the women, now I'm not saying I'm innocent, because I'm flawed too. I done messed up mad times. I'm not going to put that out there. But one thing I did realize, when I was dating a lot of black women, most of them I come across are super combative and super aggressive with our tendencies of masculinity. You can't tell them nothing. They will gaslight the shit out you. Then when you correct, when you address it, they're mad aggressive. They mad masculine. Like, damn, son, I can't even. When I dated a Japanese woman, she was so submissive, it scared me. Because I was so used, in my 20s, I was so used to dealing with women who was mad aggressive and toxic that I thought that's what it is. Until I met a woman who was Japanese, who literally scared the hell out of me because she was so submissive and so feminine. I came to her crib, she brought me tea to the door. I'm like, tea? What the hell? Trying to poison me? Massaged me, took off my shoes. She did everything for me. I think, damn, like 3 times I came to her crib, and it felt really, really weird at first. And I realized I was the toxic one because I was so used to dealing with toxic women, masculine women. And then also I felt like I was like cheating on my race of people, which was ignorant thinking at the time, but that's how I thought at the time. So I couldn't take her serious until I tried to try black women again over and over and over and over. Then I realized it was me. I kept picking toxic women from the same pool. So I had to back out and go to a different pool and realize that I didn't have to accept that toxic ass masculine woman. I didn't have to accept her. I can't say, well, if they wasn't in the pool for them to pick from, I wouldn't have picked them. No. Go find a feminine black woman. That's what I did. And just simple. With that being said, man, I'm about to be out, man. Umar Johnson, stop lying to black women. Like when it comes to that, to these topics, stop it, man. Stop it. With that being said, later.